Yo, what is up, everybody? It is your favorite Fatboy Rary coming at you with another Fatboy Takes. I hope you guys are all doing great. I hope you guys had a good weekend. I know I had a good weekend. I will get into it right now. Basically, on today's pod, we're going to go over... I said I would do a little bit of research about the play-in tournament just because I know... I don't know if any of you would know how it's going to go down. Well, since they're in the bubble in the NBA, they said that they would do a play-in tournament if they had to. I will go over the play-in tournament. It's not going to take me very long, so just know that part's going to be pretty damn short. Also, I'm going to try something out today. I just started playing FanDuel, and your boy did okay for himself this weekend. Playing I'm a virgin of FanDuel. I was pretty slow because I want some money, but it wasn't like big money. But I'll give some picks on that for today's games. Hopefully, if you guys listen to this pod, it'll be in time for you to at least pick 2 games. Also, I'm also going to talk about my picks from last week for the opening games, and also I'm gonna talk about some of the other games I watched. So this pod might be pretty long or it'll be pretty short. I don't know. We'll see. We're just gonna try out this whole talking about the FanDuel stuff. Like I said, I made some money. I didn't make a fuck ton of money, but I made some money. So obviously I'm doing something right. Baby steps, right? Maybe I'll get lucky and I'll fucking cash the fuck out, but we'll see. So basically, talk about the return of the NBA, talk about the picks I picked, talk about the play-in tournament, talk about the FanDuel stuff. Maybe some random shit. I'll also talk about some of the injuries. I don't have Dr. Gabe on the pod, but obviously Dr. Gabe called that, so big shout out to Dr. Gabe. There's already been a really, really big injury to Anthony Isaac. Poor kid, man. Sucks. And yeah, let's get into this bitch. First and foremost, your boy butchered Isaac's first name. It's Jonathan Isaac, not Anthony Isaac. Let me fix that real quick because I know my boy hates when I say player's name wrong. Fuck you, Dre. So every time I say a player's name wrong, I'll make sure to fucking look it up for you, brother. But yeah, basically, I really hope this kid a speedy recovery. He had just came back from an injury, so it kind of sucks that he got re-injured. And this time he's going to be out at least for like a year. But I'm glad the kid's in positive spirits. It seems to me like the kid has a good head on his shoulders. So prayers up for Jonathan Isaac. Hopefully he makes a speedy recovery. Also, a lot of you guys, not a lot of you guys, but I've been seeing a lot of shitty shit on social media. Man, some of you people on social media are straight fucking shitty fucking people. Like, some of the fucking shit I seen on social media about this kid getting hurt is fucking ridiculous. Like, I'm just gonna say, if you're one of those dudes that says like crazy, outrageous shit on social media, you're a fucking pussy. Guys, I bet you would not say anything like that in real life. 95% of you dudes are big pussies. Like I saw some shit like, he fucking got injured because he was clout chasing because he didn't kneel for the restart of the NBA. The whole BLM thing, like, you guys are idiots. Like, why would anybody say that he got injured because he didn't fucking kneel? Like, what is wrong with you people? Like, the kid literally got fucking injured because he fucking hop-stepped wrong. That's why he got injured. And I don't know if you guys noticed, he literally got injured the same way Derrick Rose got injured. Like this morning, I saw like a side-by-side. It is literally the exact same way Derrick Rose tore his ACL. So it's pretty shitty that he tore his ACL. The kid's young. He's like 21, and he's in his early 20s, dude. He might not even be 20. Fuck, it sucks. And then it sucks like when you see dumb people saying ridiculous shit. And this is another thing that was kind of fucked up that I saw. It's like, he said that he was on board with the BLM movement, but that the kneeling wasn't for him, which is cool. You gotta respect other people's opinions. It's like, for one, the kid literally voiced that he was down with BLM, And then to see stupid ass slander like that on the internet, man, this shit is trash. Some of you motherfuckers need to do better and stop being such shitty fucking people. Yeah, so hopefully, speedy recovery to this young man. Also, on that note, let's talk about the play-in tournament. Obviously, it's happened in the bubble. So that was the first big injury in the bubble. It sucks that I had to say it like this, but it's first big injury. So Dr. Gabe is right. I'm pretty sure we're going to see more injuries on the way. Basically, the play-in tournament, I'm just going to say it. It's only going to happen for the West. I'm pretty sure the East is pretty much already done. Like, the 8 seeds locked up in the East. I really, really doubt that somebody makes a push for that 8 seed. So in the West, basically, the rules are if you're 4 games behind the 8 seed, you play in the play-in tournament. It's looking to me like the Pelicans are not going to do it. Even though their schedule is getting really, really easy, the way Portland's playing right now, it's looking to me like it's going to be Portland. That Portland's just going to hang on to get into the fucking play-in tournament, and they're going to win the play-in tournament. Yeah, so I do feel that Portland's going to win the play-in tournament because, or who knows, they might lose it because how it works, it's going to be Portland would have to win 2 games. They can't afford to lose 1. So basically, if they make it to the play-in tournament, they would play 2 games that day. And Portland, it'd be on I think the play-in tournament's the 15th and 16th of August. So basically, they would have to win the first game, and then they would have to win the second game to get the 8 seed. But if the Grizzlies win just 1 game, the Grizzlies get the 8 seed. I truly feel that the way the Blazers are playing right now, they're just gonna hold. Like I said, they're just gonna hold on, and then they're gonna get in the play-in tournament and probably end up winning the play-in tournament. I think they're good enough to take that 8 seed from the Grizzlies. They already beat the Grizzlies when they played right now. They were down 2 that game, and then they just stepped up and took the W. So yeah, that's basically everything about the play-in tournament. They have to because I'm pretty sure it's going to come down to the Blazers and the Grizzlies. The Pelicans are already choking. They've lost both of their games so far. Also, Zion being on that minutes restriction is really, really fucking the Pelicans. Because honestly, I thought the Pelicans were gonna pull out the Jazz game, and then just that veteran leadership of the Jazz just like ended up winning that game. Like, you can tell they're just more mature. Like Rudy Gobert was just like, okay, I'm gonna start D'ing up. He starts protecting the paint, and the Pelicans couldn't protect the paint, and then the game was literally, it was just over. Like, I was like, shit, pretty crazy. Like, because the Pelicans were up, I was like, shit, I'm gonna be wrong on my first pick, but Pelicans ended up choking. So it's looking to me, like I said, it's looking to me like the Blazers are going to get that 8 seed. That's what it's looking like to me. So let's talk about the games I picked. I pretty much did okay. I picked the Jazz to win. I fucking mispicked the Lakers game, Clippers game. I picked the Bucks to beat the C's. And I picked the Blazers to beat the Grizz. So far, I went 3-1 with the open game. So pretty much, your boy did solid. I couldn't pick them all 100. The Clippers kind of fucking choked. But that's okay. Basically, I already kind of went over the Jazz game. So basically, the Clippers-Lakers game was kind of weird to me. I'm going to just be honest. Like, the game was really good, by the way. I literally saw, like, the Clippers playing, like, Doc Rivers playing the weirdest fucking lineups. I don't know. And then Kawhi got in foul trouble early. But he still ended up dropping 28. Paul George looked really solid. Anthony Davis looked fucking amazing. Like, I'm gonna be honest, Anthony Davis was getting it fucking in. Anthony Davis was looking like the quarantine did not affect this game at all. LeBron didn't have such a good game, but he made big plays down the stretch, like that. to be honest, the go ahead bucket, LeBron took a bad shot. That's not a good shot for LeBron. But LeBron literally just, he didn't give up on the play. Whereas I don't know what the Clippers were thinking. They didn't box out. LeBron grabs his rebound, literally puts it back, gets the W. LeBron right there literally just didn't give up on the play. There's literally 4 Clippers right then and there. They didn't box out. One thing that stood out to me about that game is that the Clippers shot okay and the Lakers shot like shit, and they still ended up winning the game. Another thing was I don't know what's going on with the Lakers, but they're shooting terrible. They're shooting like 28% from 3. And I noticed that Danny Green is playing like really, really bad. Which kind of sucks because, the Lakers paid that man $15 million to be their sharpshooter. And right now he is literally playing like shit. I think he went 0 for 7, and then he went 0 for 7 the Raps game. So I don't know what's going on with Danny Green. I know his defense is still solid. He has lost a step, but his defense is still okay. The Lakers are going to need some offense from him moving forward if they want to do anything in the playoffs. I know it's only 2 games, but it's like a little sample size. But they're gonna need something more from that man. Also, Kyle Kuzma has been playing well. So good job to Kuzma. It's looking like he put in some work in the offseason instead of, being his little Mr. fucking fashionista. So good shit to him. So yeah, that's pretty much it on about the Lakers-Clippers game. The Clippers kind of choked. I really wanted to see that game go into overtime. I wanted to see how, damn. Because the 2 first games, I'm going to be honest, the Jazz game was really, really good. I was like, damn, this game, legit. The fucking Pelicans choked. Then the Clippers-Lakers game, but nail-biter to the end. So yeah, let's get into the into the Grizzlies Trailblazers game, which was another fucking good game. Literally the first 3 games of the restart that were like big games were legit. They were great. Actually, all 4 games were great. So basically the Grizz were up, and then the Trailblazers just were like, yo dude, we need this dub. Took that dub. Also, Nurkic is looking really, really, really good. I am surprised. It doesn't look like that man hasn't played basketball in a year plus. The dude looks really, really good. It looks like his I'm pretty sure he broke his leg. It's looking like he's fully healed. The man literally is beasting. So I feel like the Grizz are in trouble because Nurkic is making a big difference already on the Blazers. My man literally popped off against the C's. He played well against the Grizz. McCollum and Lillard, I don't know, man. It's hard, man, because I just don't think the Grizz have enough. Like I already said, I just do not feel like the Grizz have enough to beat the Trailblazers to get that 8 seed. So the Trailblazers took the dub. Let's talk about the Bucks game. I don't think I will ever see Jason Tatum go 2 for 19 ever again. Tatum, please do not ever grow your hair out. Just keep cutting that shit. Because, man, 2 of 19 with that hair, the hair had to go. I'm glad he cut it off for the next game. But one key thing that I noticed about the C's, maybe Brad didn't want to show if he has a plan to stop Giannis, but they cannot stop Giannis. And mind you, the Bucks didn't have any Eric Bledsoe. Also, Kemba is playing limited minutes, but Kemba is looking really, really good. I feel like the Bucks, they're the best team in the NBA. Let's be honest. Even though they lost to the Rockets the next game, the Bucks are the best team. Middleton looking like he has not missed a step either. Middleton played well both games. Another thing that stood out to me about the C's was that Gordon Hayward's looking super, super solid. Gordon Hayward literally averaging 18 points in these two games. I think he scored 22 the game against the Blazers. But if Gordon Hayward can keep contributing the way he is, and Kemba can play his full minutes, the C's are going to be deadly. We know what we're going to get from Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. You know, those kids are ballers. You're going to get your 20 points from those dudes, and you're going to get your 20 from Kemba. Anything after that is just a bonus. So I'm just going to say this right now. If Gordon Hayward can keep averaging 18 points a game, and Kemba can come back to his normal self, the C's have a shot of taking out the Bucks in the ECF if they make it there. But to me, I feel like the Bucks are still the best team. Like, literally good rebounding, good defense. The defense is good. Brook Lopez has stepped up his game a lot in the defensive end. And it's showing. The dude's playing way better. You know, I feel like the Bucks, and also that's another thing about the Bucks. The Bucks are very, very well coached. But yeah, let's talk more about the game. Like, I just noticed that the C's have no answer for Giannis. No answer for Giannis. Giannis gets to do whatever he wants. Even though the C's brought back the game and it was really, really close, I do kind of feel like the C's got screwed on that fourth quarter, though, when Giannis committed that foul on Dice and they didn't call it malicious act or whatever, that stupid shit the ref said. He didn't even give him a foul. It was just weird hearing the commentators also be like, yo, how are you going to blow the whistle and not give him a foul? Well, it's fucking Giannis. It's the MVP. Like, you know, that star treatment. It kind of screwed the C's there. But you don't know if the C's win or not. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure the C's win that game because Giannis after that scored 6 straight and literally put the game away. So who knows? What if the Bucks lose that game? If Giannis is up, big what ifs, whatever. I'm already over that game. But it's just looking at me that the C's have no answer for Giannis. They're going to have to find a way to slow him down. Because if they don't find a way to slow down Giannis, that's it. The C's are just literally, if they make it to play the Bucks, they're just going to get killed by Giannis in the ECF. But like I said, like I really do believe that the C's have a really, really good shot of beating the Bucks in the ECF if Gordon Hayward can keep playing. To me, Gordon Hayward's the X factor because we know that Tatum and Brown can perform in the playoffs. We already seen it. That 2018 run, these kids can perform in the playoffs. The biggest issue to me is just stopping Giannis. And then we'll see. But yeah, so the Bucks game, I picked that game right. Pretty happy about that. I figured Tatum, please don't cut your hair. I mean, please cut your hair. Don't let that shit grow. That's it for the picks. I went 3-1, so I'm pretty stoked about that. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted the C's to win. You guys know I'm a diehard C's fan. I'm kind of biased when it comes to those dudes, but I'm just gonna keep it real. I will always try to pick the team that I think that's gonna win. When in this case, I picked right. But yeah, enough about those games. I'm gonna be honest though. Every single game was hype as shit. Like, I was so happy the NBA is back, and I know a lot of you guys are happy after watching those games that the NBA is back. Those games were just so good. They were great. I literally could not have wished for like a better return. Literally, the first 2 games were nail biters, and then the other 2 games on ESPN were great the next day. Come on, a game went into OT already. Like, I'm just glad the NBA is back. That's it for the recap of the games of the picks. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'll talk about the FanDuel stuff next. Alright, my dudes, we're going to talk about the FanDuel stuff. Like, I don't know if you guys trust me enough. I'm just going to tell you guys right now, I do not pick the Classic. I popped my cherry playing Classic. That's like how I started. Because obviously, FanDuel gave us free $10. So if you have FanDuel, just know that you have $10 for free. And you're basically playing with their money. And there's like tournaments or brackets, whatever, that you can pay $2 an entry. That's 5 entries right there, you know. So that's pretty dope that they gave us money. DraftKings did the same thing. But I'm just gonna tell you guys right now, I am not comfortable playing the Classic. So I'm gonna talk about like how I pick my single, because I do the 5-player single game with the multipliers. I'm gonna be honest with you, like the Classic for me right now, that I'm kind of learning how to FanDuel, is kind of hard for me. Like I can pick like the players that I think are gonna play well, but I cannot pick like the sleepers too well yet in the classic. Also, it's kind of hard for me to pick the because in the classic it makes you pick like out of the pool of everybody. For me, your boy cannot do that shit yet. I am not that experienced yet, so I'm just gonna keep it real with you guys. I'm just gonna talk about like me picking how I go to pick a lineup for like my starting five of the pick five with multipliers. Like I said, I didn't want a grip of money, but I won, and it was literally my first time playing. So obviously, I kind of have an idea of how that goes down. Like basically, how I pick like the single players. Like I'm gonna go. I'll kind of explain to you how I picked my picks for I made picks for the Denver game versus OKC game. So basically, just kind of so like you see like how maybe it'll help you guys, because literally it's all about making sure you put the best player that's gonna play the absolute best. Obviously, you know, if you have a brain, you won't know anything about sports. You want to pick the player that's going to play the absolute best. Oh, and I'm just gonna say this right now. If you're going to do the pick five and you're going to pick the Bucks game, you literally have to put Giannis in the first spot. The reason I'm going to tell you to put Giannis in the first spot is because Giannis, yes, he's expensive. I think he's like $16,000. But the thing with Giannis scores a lot. He grabs a lot of rebounds. He gets blocks. He gets steals. So literally, you putting that man in the double is literally, well, he's a stat stuffer, let's be honest. So say if he scores like 20 points, that's 40 points already. If he gets 10 rebounds, that's 50 points already. So basically, I'm just going to tell you right now, Giannis is a must play at the 2 times. If you play the Bucks, and then you go from there. So I'm just going to throw that out there right now. You pick Giannis at the 1. Just saying that. Alright, so basically how I went, I'm going to talk about how I picked the Denver OKC game. Basically, Jokic is another stat stuffer. Yes, Jokic may not score like 30 points like Giannis, but all I literally want from Jokic in this game is like 15 points, 15 to 20 points. I want his 10 rebounds, and I at least want 8 or 7 assists from him. Maybe a block or 2. And then I'm good. So basically, I'm putting Jokic in my number 1 spot, like here, because I don't know. I don't think Steven Adams is gonna stop him. That's wrong. That's another thing. You gotta watch the whole matchup thing. I don't think Steven Adams is gonna stop Jokic. I just think Jokic gonna have a solid ass game. So that's why I picked him to be in the 2 spot. And for my number 1 spot, the number 2 spot, I went with Chris Paul, because Chris Paul is literally averaging like 18 and 10 right now. 18 points, 10 assists. Like, it's a no-brainer. And for the third, the 1.2 spot, I picked, sorry if I butcher his name, Gilius Alexander. The kid's been playing super solid. Kid's been balling. And the kid rebounds, and he also dishes the ball. So basically, those how I picked my top 3 is literally like, I know they're gonna stat stuff the sheet. So no matter what, I want those 3 dudes with the multiplier. Like obviously, it's kind of like a no-brainer, but it's kind of like how I picked. And also, I had other choices to pick for the other spots, but I'm saying like why I went with it. And also Chris Paul in the bubble has been ridiculous. He's been playing really good. Every single game he's played, he's been playing really good. That's why I went with him in the 2 spot, and then Gilius Alexander in the 3rd spot. And this is like where it gets hard to pick, like, because this is where you fall into the problem like of the sleeper. Like me, for example, like I picked Jay Grant as my sleeper. The reason I picked him is because I feel I'm going to get a lot of value, a lot of bang for my buck. Like, obviously, I paid a lot for Joe Keek, I paid a lot for Chris Paul, I paid a lot for Alexander, but I feel like Grant is going to have a super solid game. And also he's starting right now because I don't think they're playing Bobo at center anymore. I think they're playing Joe Keek at center again, and they're starting him with Grant. I guess they're not playing Bobo anymore, or they're just playing Bobo limited minutes. So Grant got the start, and then I'm playing Paul Millsap in my last spot. And the reason I'm playing Paul Millsap in my last spot because I need the man to rebound. I need 10 points out of the man. That's it. As long as you're too sleep, that's like the hard part. You gotta find a way to pick the sleepers. I'm just saying how I pick mine. I'm not saying it's the best way, but so far it's worked out for me 2 times. You literally just want like a minimum 20 points from your sleeper, and I think you'll be in the money. Like I said, I'm not winning big money, but I'm winning some money. So that's just kind of like how I'm picking. So just, and also another thing that's like very, very key is like you gotta know matchups. Like if you know that this team cannot guard guards, you're going to want to put the guards in the multipliers. Just like the knowledge that you know in basketball. Like I know, say right now the Lakers got torched by Laurie. It's like, okay, so now you know the Lakers, but that's been the issue with the Lakers all season. They can't guard good guards. The good guards always pop off on them. So basically, with that kind of knowledge that you know, like from watching games, you kind of like plug the players you're going to plug. Like to me, the issue is the sleepers. So far I've picked the sleepers right twice. But it's pretty fucking hard. Like, don't just think it's fucking easy. Like, it's a little technical. But I just feel that if you like, and it sucks because you literally contemplate switching lineups all the time. Like, what I noticed is like if I feel I picked a good lineup, I literally will not open that fucking app. Like, and that works. Because like literally I'd be contemplating, I'd be looking at it like right before the game. Stop looking at that shit. If you feel your lineup is solid, just leave it. And like I said, also FanDuel gave you $10 free. So it's like you got nothing to lose. You're not losing your money. So basically, just use their $10. Like that's how I made money. I'm just using their $10 to learn. It's free. I also pick picks for the Pelicans game, but I'll let you guys know how I did. I'm just kind of like saying like how I go about picking these things. So number one, you always want to play the good matchups, and if you pick like me, if you pick the Denver game like I did, I hope you win money. I hope I win money, and if I fuck any of you, I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm just learning as I get better, which I probably will get better because I'm gonna like start being a nerd, seeing how I can like cash out. I will help anybody right here. Like, fuck it. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for the pod. If you guys have any questions, shout out at your boy. Also, I'm going to start picking, posting more on my IG, like since I started doing this FanDuel. So follow me at Fatboy Takes. Well, not at Fatboy Takes, but the IG is Fatboy Takes. I'll like show my lineups and stuff on there. Like I don't really fucking care. It's not a big deal to me. I'll show you guys like who I'm playing. I'll probably start doing that tomorrow. But yeah, if you guys like anything, like any of this feedback, let me know. Anything you guys want me to talk about, let me know. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I hope you guys are all doing well. Hope you guys are all taking care. I will catch you guys later. Peace, and I hope you guys win some money if you do FanDuel and you pick the lineup I picked. I hope I win some money too. Peace out, dudes.